Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Breaking the Kernel. Unfortunately, I am here with another episode about how the economy is making it harder for us nerds. So let's get into it. Xbox is now increasing prices. And if you're thinking about getting Xbox or games for Xbox this holiday season, you might want to hold on to that because the Xbox Series S is now $379. That's $80 more than the $299.99 price tag since 2020. And the more powerful console, the Xbox Series X, will now be $599.99. That is $100 more than the original price tag, which was $499.99. So we have an issue. Now, Microsoft has not said these are tariffs, according to the AP article. Microsoft's not outright saying it's tariffs, but they're not denying it either. So it's tariffs and the troubling economy, or whether or the challenges that we're facing in the market. And not only that, video games are going up too. It looks like first party games will get more expensive this holiday season with a price tag of $80 for your regular first party game. Now, this is interesting because these tariffs have definitely rocked the gaming industry, but at the same time, these are not per se just Microsoft, but Sony and Nintendo have also made price increases regardless of tariffs, right? And when it comes to video games, Grand Theft Auto 6 apparently being $100, stuff like that. Nintendo Switch 2 console being more, it had nothing to do with the tariffs. They just were going to make the console way more money. Now, made a previous episode was about more about the Nintendo Switch 2. This I want to talk about mostly how I see gaming becoming a thing where we either take a step back and be like, listen, until the market, I use air quotes, stabilizes itself, we can't be paying these prices for games. I'm not even talking about protesting, but I'm talking about people just being priced out. There's going to be a point where people are going to be priced out of their hobbies. We see it in trading cards. We see it in retro or classic video gaming, and now we're seeing it in movies. Going into a movie theater, we are going to start seeing it in regular games, new games, because these prices are just not something that people are going to have to really think about it. This is not the economy to be dropping $80 per video game. Even if it was, $80 is a price where you're going to be hesitant. When you include tax, you're probably paying around $82 to $85 depending where you're at. That's a lot to drop. Again, like I said earlier, that's if you really buy like one or two games a year. There's people who religiously buy the games that come out yearly, like Call of Duty, the usual sports games, stuff like that. Let alone, okay, well this year we have Mafia, and this year we have GTA, and this year we have, and then okay, now that's another $80+ per game I have to think about. Now to make sacrifices, or better yet, not play them at all. And we have these console increases and video game increases. You have people again, around 48% of PlayStation Online users are playing still on the PS4. The PS5 is still a price tag that's just out of some people's reach. The exclusives are not worth it because, again, The Last of Us Part 2, for example, came out on the PS4 right before the PS5 came out. There are still a lot of amazing games on the PS4. It's going to get to a point where Sony's going to have to do an update to force PlayStation 4 servers to just shut down, to force people to buy PS5 sometime at this point. But I digress. We are seriously getting an era now where the person who buying these games, excuse me, the people who are buying these games really have to start taking a stand and be like, listen, this is unacceptable. Or at least let's come together as a community and the people who are making these things for us that we enjoy, we want to pay for, but we just want to make sure that we're not price gouging. We want to make sure we're not increasing prices for the sake of we can, and they're going to pay no matter what we increase it to. Let's keep video games at a reasonable price so that people can actually buy and play them. It's not that hard of a concept, people. There's companies who do these things, right? And I just don't know if Microsoft can really survive. Sony, I could say Sony and Nintendo. I'm like, okay, increasing prices, but I can see why you think you can get away with it. Microsoft, I just don't know if they have enough social cachet when it comes to gaming to do it. I don't like this. I don't like this move at all. I know they're saying for market, blah, blah, blah. I just hope that if it is related to the challenging market and increased costs, I hope when that challenging market stabilizes, I hope when things go down, then we better see better prices to reflect that. It better not stay at these prices, because then that tells me a different story. Going on to our next story. Fanatics. I have a bone to pick with Fanatics and Nike. Start with Fanatics. Fanatics is going to completely, in my opinion, ruin the hobby of trading cards. Buying, selling, trading, all of it. Why do I say that? One, I don't like how their businesses ran for the consumer. Two, for that, and that's just more of a personal thing. But two, I just feel like it's way too content creator saturated. I feel like they give, and it's not just Fanatics, there's a lot of companies, especially now after 2020, have put so much money into content creators and influencers' pockets, and has made it such a forefront in the new marketing schemes and operation and strategy that it's starting to take away from the people who really make the platform run, which is the people who are buying, selling, and trading on your platform, right? And this is why, in my opinion, eBay is so superior, and why other companies are hard pressed to beat eBay out, even with the ridiculous seller fees, right? And that's a clean user interface and user experience, great customer service, from my opinion as a seller, and also simple. Literally, I knew nothing about it at one point. I just downloaded the app, was able to get my first sale within like a day. Super easy to set up, super easy to get into. Don't have to hassle to get your 1099K forms, all that stuff, like very easy. Fanatics, I just, based off just some of the stuff I see, man, I feel like, and it's not just, again, people do on Facebook, on Twitter, like so many other social media platforms where they will pay a content creator or influencer to help market or hype help increase the stock or at least price on said artifact on auctions or on eBay or online store, stuff like that. Marketing is marketing. There's nothing wrong with that inherently, but I do think when you give too much emphasis on the content creators, it starts leaking everywhere, and you start overpricing things. You start pricing people to call people out. I mean, it used to be very affordable and easy to get your hands on your favorite new trading card game release. It's damn near impossible now. You can't go to Target or any of these stores to get stuff. You have people who make it damn near impossible. You have people who go through packs and boxes in the store and leave just debris in their wake. They have places like Fanatics that just constantly push these content creators, and not all of them do a good job. Some of them are just mailing a check. Some of them just look good, and they know kind of what they're talking about, or at least it seems like they know what they're talking about. They give them a bag, let them run loose. Again, I'm starting to see it with places like companies even like Nike, right? In my opinion, Nike really ruined the era of jerseys. What do I mean by that? Jerseys used to have so much more personality, so much more flavor, color, that people would obviously buy the jerseys and wear them as tank tops. In this day and age, honestly, since like 2010, do you remember the last time you saw, like, without going to like, okay, without it being like a kid that's still in school, or like, you're at a game or at a bar where a game's happening, you don't see people wearing jerseys anymore as like a regular shirt to go out and go do stuff with. It used to be everywhere. And part of the reason is the designs are really lazy. There's like multiple versions of jerseys. There's like a cheaper, or like one that's supposed to be quote unquote more affordable. It's like $80 instead of like 120, and it's made of real cheap like material. Doesn't feel good. Doesn't even feel authentic. Then you have different levels with It's a whole thing, and Nike doesn't care, and it sucks, because I do think that Adidas does a way better job with their athletes and with their clothes and with the affordability. I'm not gonna lie, the affordability is really good. It's really good. I've shopped at Adidas for a while, especially their outlet stores. Nike factory stores just don't do it for me, to be honest with you. And a lot of the staff at Nike factory stores be rude as fuck and do not care to help you, and it's a terrible experience. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, I just think some of these corporations really have to be careful, man. It's getting to the point where you're pricing people out, and you're going to be like, okay, we're not buying your stuff anymore. We're just going to go somewhere else, or we're going to go to indie games, anything else. And these companies are going to realize, oh, these people we're constantly screwing over is actually a huge demographic of who buys our stuff, who makes our annual bonuses. Like, who does that? It's a common workman. And you keep screwing people over like this, it's going to become a problem. With that being said, this is a short episode, but I just wanted to get over those subjects and really talk about them. And of course, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on what we just talked about. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Breaking the Kernel podcast. Peace.